Just 1 second. There we go.
It's been a little while, but you know what? That's fine, because today, this episode, we're gonna do the brakes on the RSX. So, stay tuned. If you've been following the Instagram, which is down here below, you would have seen we've got a wonderful set of EBC brakes and rotors. We got some red stuff pads, and we got some of the arcade. These are the black rotors. I'm not sure what the deal with them, but we got some. The front ones are slotted. These ones are not, or these ones are like vented, but the rear ones are solid. A couple weeks ago, drove the car. I don't even know how far, a couple 100 miles, and about halfway through realized that the brakes were gone. I have to replace them and the rotors all at once. So ordered the brakes, got the wrong kit for the front, which is the one that's really bad. So now we got all 4 wheels worth of brakes. So it is now time to do brakes so we can drive the car again. So less chatter. Less chatter, more work. Let's go. It's it's the scariest state of any build. Putting it on jack stands. Granted, we're only gonna be putting it on jack stands until we're done with brakes, but I'm gonna just close this. We don't want to hear neighbors yelling at each other. So now that neighbors are done yelling at each other, let's get busy. Pick a wheel. Let's do this rear one. Alright, so for the next order of business is these pads. We're gonna replace these with some EBC red stuff. in an effort to try and get this done in one night, I set off to start this at about 8:30, maybe 9. It's now 11, and this is what I've got to show. I got a rotor on. Rotor fits, but as soon as I try to put the caliper on with the pads, it gets so tight that it. Let's see if I can pick it up. It scratches the rotor. There's a good part. When the caliper's fully depressed, or fully reseated. So what gives? I did a little bit of product research in terms of the EBC brakes, and when I look at these, you'll see what I see. So these are DP31193Cs. According to Summit, Amazon, and pretty much everybody else. I'm pretty sure Summit even told me that this is the right kit for the rear. So I'll have to pull up my notes and look at that tomorrow. But these are the EBC brakes, hence the red stuff. And then these are the brakes that came off of them. Now, we don't need to look at the pad material here too much, but we'll flip them over and just kind of compare notes. We have 2 dimples up top, 2 dimples up top material, 2 dimples up top material, and then we got the squeaker clipper. The you know, things need to be replaced. Not a big deal, right? Okay. So let's flip these over. And this is where things start to look a little bit different. So these are the inside pads, so the pads that go on the inside of the car side of the rotor. And you can see they have these dimples or rivets or whatever. And then over here we have the same. When we look over here, there's no dimples, and then wait a second. So what's happening is that with the thickness of this pad and this pad, and I understand that this old one is worn a bit, they're pretty comparable when you compare it to the backing of it, right? And that would be fine. But the second you add those dimples are quite a bit extra. Enough to the point where the caliper will not sit over the pad. I emailed EBC to try and figure out what's going on and see if there's any way we can get this sorted out in a timely manner, because we're going on 2 weeks now. The car's been sitting in the garage undrivable, at least. That's just, we're beyond that. We're going into week 3 of just parts ordering nightmare, and at this point, I mean, the car is bad, the front especially. I might be able to do the front, but at this point, I'm so turned off by this whole idea. I'm about to return everything. I can't return the rears now because they've been used, and now I have to remain with EBC to get these pads fixed because they're not the right pad, clearly. So I don't know what to do. I really don't. I'm so discouraged at this point to work on my car at all, and amongst other things. So I think it's been worth noting at this point, like, I haven't been working on my car, and I haven't been working on anything car related for some time, just because I'm so just generally annoyed with how everything goes with the car. The amount of money that's required. I'm trying to get a house too, but again, that's impossible because houses in my area are like $300,000 on average. I don't know the first step to getting the car finished. I don't know the first step to getting a house. I don't know the first step to getting a lot of things going, and it's just super disheartening. So I've been emotionally, physically, and mentally exhausted 24/7. This doesn't add any kind of sanity, because I've spent over $400 in brakes, performance brakes, for a brand that I've been told were good brakes, but I have had nothing but problems with so far. I really really want to get to the point where I could try them out so I could give an honest review. But at this point, nothing seems to be working for me. So I will give EBC a chance to respond, and we'll go from there. So discouraged. Anyways, I'm going to cut this now so I can go upstairs, edit it, put it on the internet, and then send this link to EBC. But, yeah. Like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for the rest of this stupid saga. And I'll let you guys know once EBC has responded. But at this point, we'll see. So, hit that subscribe button, see what happens. Follow the ride. Well, until then, we'll see you later.